welcome to Sundust, short horror stories. Tonight's tale rides in on listener submission from the high cuts of Virginia's Blue Ridge, near a place where the rails once carried ore, timber, and the living, and now carry something else. We call it the last station master. Harlan Petrie spent 43 years with Norfolk Southern, most of them as station master at fading depots along the old Shenandoah Valley line. When passenger service died in the late 90s and freight shifted to bigger yards, the small stops emptied out. Harlan didn't leave. In 2000, he bought the clapboard depot at milepost 47, a weathered single-story building cantilevered on a narrow shelf above the North River Gorge near the ghost town remnants of Vesuvius, Virginia. No paved road reached it anymore. He told folks he was keeping the right-of-way clear. Locals called it harmless eccentricity. His wife Ellen had passed in '95 after a long illness, and the rails had always been his way of staying steady. He lived spare. Coal stove for heat, kerosene lanterns, a hand-crank radio that hissed static after sunset. Every dusk he walked the rotting platform with broom and lantern, sweeping fallen leaves, pine needles, and loose ballast from the tracks, as though a train might still need a perfect approach. Hikers who bushwhacked up to check on him found him polite, soft-spoken, but always glancing toward the dark cut to the north like he heard something they couldn't. Around 2014, the story started. Harlan told the rare visitors who made the climb, "The trains are running again, not diesel steam. They come through at 12 sharp, no paper schedule left, but they keep perfect time." People nodded, left canned goods or firewood, figured the thin air and solitude had finally caught him. Then came the winter of 2015. A through hiker on the Appalachian Trail, section named Ridge Runner, got pinned by a sudden squall and ducked into the depot's open door. Harlan welcomed him without question, stoked the stove, poured black coffee. Just before midnight, the wind dropped dead. Silence pressed in. Then, a low, throaty whistle sliced the dark, not modern air horn. Deep brass and steam like a consolidation or old Mikado laboring upgrade. The floorboards trembled subtle, then insistent. Wheels on jointed rail. Harlan rose, lifted his lantern to the window. "They're here," he breathed. Through swirling fog, a headlight, weak yellow oil lamp flicker. The train eased in, no bell, no crossing blast. Tender first, black as coal smoke, pulling a string of weathered cars, box cars with faded lettering, flat cars under tarps, 2 wooden passenger coaches from the Pullman era. It stopped with a long sigh of brakes and venting steam that smelled faintly of hot iron and wet earth. Doors rolled open on a few cars, nothing stepped out. No one boarded, but in the coach windows, silhouettes, pale faces pressed to the glass, mouths moving in soundless words. The train idled exactly 3 minutes. Harlan's pocket watch ticked them off. Then 2 short whistles, 1 long. It pulled away into the northern cut, taillights fading like embers in rain. The hikers stayed till first light, too rattled to hike out in the dark. Harlan shrugged it off. They passed through. "I keep the line open so they don't linger." Others who visited in later years saw it too. Always midnight, always steam, always silent riders. Harlan never flinched. They're folks who missed their connection. He'd say wreck victims from the 20s and 30s. Derailments in the cuts, men crushed in tunnel falls, passengers from the flu trains that never made the next depot. They just need to keep moving. Harlan passed quietly in his sleep. February 22 Hart, the coroner said family hiked up to clear the place in his journal. Neat ledger entries like train orders. Midnight run, on time, 4 coaches, 23 souls observed. The final page, dated the night before he died. "They waited tonight, looked straight at me through the glass. I think they're ready for one more." The depot stands boarded now, sagging under vines. Through hikers detour wide after dusk. But on still, cold nights near milepost 47, you might hear it. Distant whistle rising, growing nearer. Wheels drumming iron, and if you peer through the fog, a single lantern sways on the empty platform, waiting for the last train to finally carry its station master home. That was the last station master. Some lines never close, and some conductors never clock out. If this tale has you straining for a midnight whistle, drop a like, share your own ghost train sighting or abandoned depot story in the comments, and leave a review. It keeps these rails running after dark. Got a true encounter? Submit via the website or DM, it might just pull in next. This is Sundust Short Horror Stories. Mind the crossings, friends, and never stand too close when the whistle blows at 12.